this evening we have made it to another crossover event in this game. We've seen Final Fantasy XIV work together and collaborate with various games, not just within Square Enix's video game library, but also with other various games. Perhaps most notably including Fall Guys and the franchise that we're going to be seeing for the second time now, that we saw back in Stormblood, now returning in Dawntrail, as tonight we will be taking on the new crossover with Monster Hunter Wilds. And we'll see how it all unfolds tonight as our Warrior of Light prepares to take on his next big challenge. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail Live. So let's go ahead and get into it here. Everything looking the way it should be. Perfect. So, yeah, chilling out with my happy hour cocktail as I usually do whenever I'm in Tuliolol, but we have a good reason for being here, because this is where the journey will begin. So, let's go ahead and we'll head on over to where it's all going down. So, amongst the marketplace of Bayside Bevy, we find this throng of humanity. Yeah, look at all these people chomping at the bit, ready to get going. They all want to get information from this Dawn Hunt tracker. So let's go ahead and see what he has in store for us. Let's go ahead and speak with him and take on the quest that will take us into the Monster Hunter Wilds crossover at level 100, entitled The White Wanderer. The Dawn Hunt tracker has need of an intrepid adventurer. Well, if it isn't Matthias, tell me, do you have a moment? Certainly. Animal carcasses have been turning up one after the other over in Shaolani, and we've yet to figure out why. We were preparing to launch an investigation, but then we received this. Oh, what do you have? Oh, it's a clan hunt mark bill. A distinctive style to be sure, but it's undoubtedly a marked bill. No less peculiar than the client who delivered it either. Too small for head sorrow, and yet too furry to be a Lalafell. Or the other alternative name for Lalafells that they have around here, which is escaping me right now. Whatever distant land they hailed from, I doubt they've ever heard of it. Bill's design is certainly different, looks like prey worth hunting, but I feel like I've seen this before. Well, Corinne would have seen this before, but as far as Matthias, this is uncharted territory. Lately, there have been sightings of a large beast roaming the plains, which we believe is responsible for the rash of carcasses. From what I've heard, it bears a striking resemblance to the creature depicted on this bill. To be frank, we'd all rest easier if the one who helped fell Valley Commander were the one to take this on. Would you lend us your strength? I believe I can. I was yearning for a good hunt, but if it has been deemed a threat, it must be eliminated. Yeah, I come into this with conviction. Indeed, this is the matter we'd be wise to approach with all due caution. It'd be best to speak with the client directly, as they'll be able to apprise you of all the details. Alright. They should be hanging about the tavern in Husatari. I expect you'll have no trouble finding them. Let's hope you're right. So there's our icon for Monster Hunter Worlds, saying quest accepted. Yeah, what the heck was that alternate Lalafell name that's used over here? Or more specifically used over in Alexandria. Because that's pretty much what I'm going to be going for. Also, for those of you wondering, the Aether Everywhere quest, this is the continuation of the weapon quest over in the Occult Crescent. As it currently stands, I have to do daily roulettes in order to build up these 4 orbs here. A roulette for high-level dungeons, trials, alliance raids, and normal raids. Everything else is leveling up fine, except for the alliance raids, which are taking much longer than the other ones for some reason. You always get a random value whenever you complete one of these roulettes, but the alliance raids is taking its sweet time. But we'll I still have yet to do my Alliance Raid for today or my high-level dungeons, so we will take care of that later on the stream. But for now, let's make our way over to Usatawi. And not long after we arrive, we'll go ahead and check out the town. Arrive over at this destination. Let's go ahead and check it out. So as we're going about our business, we see someone in the background. Yeah, this is a unique individual. Yeah, trying to grab the attention of anyone who will walk by. Maybe trying to give a high five, but this young lady is passing. Like, why are you trying to give me a high five, stranger? Excuse me. Yeah, we've seen one of yours before. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm the feline who put out the bounty on the monster. Are you a hunter?
We are. An adventurer, to be precise, when the mood strikes me, or don't you mean meowster, which is what Corinne would have heard a feline refer to this thing as. So, yeah. Since we have to stick to script.
Then you must be familiar with monsters of all kinds, in which case I have one I'd ask you to hunt, assuming you're up for it.
I believe we can help you out with that. One cat to another.
Wonderful! You don't seem to have a grand hub for hunters in this land, so I was beginning to lose hope that I'd find anyone.
Oh, really?
I better begin to tell you how I arrived here. It relates to our mark, you understand.
Go on. Yeah, let's have a look at this thing.
The mark in question, none other than Guardian Arkveld. The creature normally resides in the Forbidden Lands. My comrades and I were in the midst of investigating his territory when...
Yeah, you got caught because you were in Forbidden Lands? Heck, we recognize that guy.
A spider-like thing appeared out of nowhere. Before we could make heads or tails of what it was, a cocoon nearby burst open, and from it emerged a newborn Arkveld.
Oh, there's more than one of them?
The two of them began to clash in a fierce battle for supremacy. As the battle came to a head, the mysterious invader created a ring glowing with light. Before we knew it, the Guardian had disappeared without a trace.
And then what?
And then, all before me turned white. When I came to, I found myself in this land of Tyrol,
accompanied by this unusual-looking chocobo.
Oddly enough, the invader spoke just moments before the flash. I think it said, Program Loop Upgrade? I have no idea what that means, but I'm guessing that it has to do with why I'm here.
I guess.
I was searching for a way home with my companion when I learned that a Guardian Arkveld was wreaking havoc nearby. I thought it best that I recruit a hunter to take it down before it could bring ruin to the wilds.
And quickly, because it looks like a dust storm's rolling in. Yeah, that is a dust storm. Yeah, we have our foretelling, it seems.
Now that you're up to speed, I'd say we better get started.
Well, then let's get going before the trail runs cold. Yeah, and if we're gonna be out in the field, we better dress appropriately. Alright there, Mr. Stray Feline.
I'm sure this goes without saying, but when tracking prey, it's important to know what signs to look for. Every creature leads its own unique trail. Guardian Arkveld's most distinctive traits are its white coat and scales, as well as the chain-like tendrils on its forelimbs, which it can extend and retract at will to bind its prey, if it doesn't slice you to pieces first.
Well, that's encouraging.
Whatever ground the beast treads, it's certainly behind marks from its dragging its tendrils. From what I've heard, it was sighted in an area north of here called Yawatane. Let's see if we can't find signs of its passage. I'm regrettably unfamiliar with the monsters in these parts, so I hope you don't mind taking the lead in our search.
Certainly. Yeah, your next objective requires escorting, so we have to go northeast, which will along the way include us having quest locations where bubbles can be interacted with. We've seen these sort of things before, so let's speak with the feline about Husatawi as we're standing on its outskirts.
I noticed that there are quite a few people in this town carrying curious weapons. I took such folk are hunters at first, but it turns out that the members of a group that catches folks up to no good. The Dust Watch, I think they're called?
Yep.
The hunters of my land are no strangers to capturing the quarry either. You know, we use shock or pitfall traps to immobilize a beast, and then unleash a barrage of trank bombs to put them to sleep. I happen to be an expert at laying traps, so I'd be happy to put my talents to use should any fugitives cross our path.
Well, we'll see how that all unfolds. Yeah, it looks like these buildings are under construction. As we advance northeast. Yeah, here's the music we know from this place. So, right over here at the base of this rock, this geologic formation, here we have monster tracks, a heap of withered weeds. It bears an unmistakable resemblance to the plant matter found on tumbleclaws native to the region. Yeah, does this ring a bell for you?
I gather these stride weeds were left behind by a monster that uses them to camouflage itself. They certainly bear no connection to Arkveld.
Right.
In the Forbidden Lands, there are creatures called Mimiphyta that also mimic flowers to hide from predators. I remember this one time some monsters disguised themselves with headwear in the spitting image of Mimiphyta. I'm not pulling your tail when I tell you that it was impossible to distinguish them from the real thing. In any case, I don't see any signs of Arkveld here. Let's keep looking.
Alright, so we gotta go west. And right over here we'll find another possible clue. May have to fight it for getting access to it though. So up and over the rocks. More monster tracks to look at, and another quest bubble. A pungent, sticky substance adheres to the clumps of the yellow hair. Judging by the local fauna, these are likely the remains of a sunbeard gorged upon by a grassland worm.
Not sure what left this behind, but Arkveld has white fur, not yellow. Come to think of it, all Guardians have a white coat.
Oh wow.
Even the Guardian variant of Rathalos, Crimson King of the Skies, is clad in white. At least that's what I've heard.
Is that so?
That is neither here nor there. We should get back to our survey.
Indeed, we must, but before we do, another bubble for us to interact in. So let's discuss Shalani.
As I understand it, sandstorms sometimes sweep across these plains. Is that right?
Well, that's what it's doing right now.
The Forbidden Lands simply have a tumultuous climate, the environment shifting greatly with the change of seasons. In the fallow period, the land grows barren, so monsters fight over what limited food they can find. And come the intense weather conditions of the inclemency posted, apex predators begin to emerge, making it a very precarious time. But after that comes the period of plenty where flora and fauna flourish in abundance. No matter the season, there's always something new to discover, bringing fresh excitement with each expedition.
Alright. So, yeah, let's make our way towards the Hetsaro encampments. As the feline running alongside with me. Yeah, using all fours to get to where we need to go as opposed to my two. So once we get around this, we'll see the target in focus. Alright, let's check it out. So what do you think? The markings on the ground suggest something massive was dragged across it, with armor-like scales strewn about the area. And now as nighttime has fallen...
These scales, I'm certain they came from Guardian Arkveld!
Alright, looks like we're on the right track.
To think that it came so close to a settlement! Thankfully it turned away, but there's nothing stopping it from coming back. We need to find its lair before anyone gets hurt. With everything we've found, I believe we have what we need to locate our prey. If we're going to give proper chase, we should call upon my comrade resting back in town. Could I trouble you to gather a few samples before we go?
Alright. Let's help ourselves to what we find. And now that the feline is satisfied, let's head on back. So upon our return... Hello there, weird chocobo.
My feathered friend here is called a Secret. Not only does it make for a reliable mount, but it can also carry all the essentials for a hunt, thanks to its sturdy build. And that's not all. It can even memorize the monster's scent and track it down.
Well, certainly not a secret anymore, is it?
Try letting it smell what you gathered.
Okay. Alright there, Mr. Secret Chocobo. Have a look. Have a smell. And so...
Looks like it's picked up the scent. Now it can guide us to Arkveld. There's no time to waste. If you'll mount the Secret and scout out the location of our mark, I'll see to preparations for the hunts.
Okay. Doubt the fishing rod will be useful.
Here, take this link pearl contraption. Managed to barter for it after exchanging a few things with the traveling merchants. With this, we should be able to stay in contact even when we are apart.
Yeah, as if I don't have enough link pearls already.
Now then, you need only trust in the Secret to guide you. I'm sure you'll find Arkveld in no time.
Alright then. Yeah, it's just letting me be entrusted to you. So, hopefully you know where we're going. Also, I realized what I didn't do, so... Yeah, let's go ahead and speak with the Secret. The Secret grunts cheerfully. It seems eager for you to climb onto its back. Yeah, I'll have to part with my chocobo for a moment. Here we go! Oh, we're getting link pearl message.
Hello, are you there? Oh good, I can hear you. This link pearl is a true gem.
So yeah, we're heading north towards the dome in Yasulani.
Though Arkveld lay dormant within its cocoon for a long time, guardians are said to awaken when they sense a powerful presence nearby. It may have turned back after approaching the settlement because something even stronger drew its attention.
Well, skills of its nature are certainly all strewn about. As we pass the cerulean rigs.
That stormy dome in the distance marks a land dominated by fierce lightning storms, right? I sure hope that's not where Arkveld was headed, it says.
As now we bank hard right. And it looks like we're heading to higher ground. Where it's come to a stop. And that's what's there.
You found the remains of a monster? Quick, examine the corpse to see if there are any signs it was preyed upon.
I think they're pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, we've seen one of these things before. Yeah. We pretty much used one of these things to screw over Wehute. The beast has breathed its last. You see no bite marks on its body, suggesting the creature may not have been attacked as an act of predation. So, let's let the feline know.
I'd expect as much from a guardian, you see. Unlike your average monster, they have no need to eat their prey.
Oh?
I think Arkveld may be fixated on the energies in this place and felling any other monsters that get in its way.
Sounds like a Tyrol withdrawal, or doesn't it need sustenance to survive? But yeah. Does it not need to feed?
It's all rather complicated, but in short, guardians do not possess an organ for digestion.
Okay.
That's why they never attack out of a to feed.
But it does seem like it's attacking something. We gotta run over and see where it is next. Yeah, we see Ronique running away from this.
What? That sounds like a turf war. Clearly, Arkveld's been on edge since it arrived here. I'll bet it's lashing out at anything it deems a threat. At this rate, it's going to throw the whole ecosystem out of balance. We have to stop it. But how? Oh, I've got it. Try taking out a pod from the pouch on the secret. You'll know you found the right one if it makes your nose wrinkle.
That's what we're using? That's the telltale? Yeah, let's look in here quickly, but it does seem we found what we're looking for.
It's called a dung pod, and as you've undoubtedly noticed, it possesses a frightfully fetid smell. Whether it's a single monster or even a horde, a well-positioned throw would send even the most rabid beasts packing. It has no effect on guardians, but the scent should be unbearable for whatever Arkveld's fighting. Throw it with everything you've got!
Alright. Yeah, I can jump pretty far, but yeah, we're gonna need my secrets to have us fly closer to where we need to throw. As this duel rages on. And the Guardian glows in the night. Taking on whatever this thing is. Well, the Guardian proving to be no slouch. But the opponent's standing its ground. Especially with red lightning. And suddenly here I come to break it up. And the opponent's running for its life. Meanwhile, yeah, as was mentioned, the Guardian is not phased. And it seems I'm next. I will defend myself by any means necessary. Yeah, look into my eyes and tell me that I'm bluffing. Yeah, I guess he doesn't want a piece of me. He'll just fly off. Into the night it goes. But with those glowing wings, it's gonna be hard to lose. So, we tell the feline.
Arkveld fled as well? Perhaps it too perceived you too as a threat and returned to its den to cover its strength. While I'm sure you'd love to give chase, I'd like to regroup first. Stay put for just a moment. I'll be there in 2 shakes of Arathalos' tail.
Alright. Let's go and speak with the feline.
Had the turf war continued, it may have reached nearby settlements. Thank goodness the dung pod worked as well as it did. Arkveld's lair appears to be further ahead. I expect it's recuperating from its battle and won't be emerging anytime soon.
So, time to strike it seems, because I'm gesturing to beyond aggression.
While we were searching for the Guardian, I took it upon myself to put together a camping kit. Let's set up shop near Arkveld's lair and prepare for the grueling hunt before us.
Set up camp and make final preparations? Yes. And so, the next day, here where this place is, we basically have the Grand Canyon before us. Yeah, look at this place. Yeah, this screams Grand Canyon. So let's see what's going on, because yeah, it looks like a lot of people are ready and raring to go. Let's speak with the feline.
Come, make yourself at home. No need to worry about any pesky monsters. I've already checked the area and we're perfectly safe. First things first, we feast. One should never hunt on an empty stomach, as we hunters say. I managed to gather everything we need to have ourselves a barbecue, so let's get to grilling.
So yeah, if you're familiar with Monster Hunter and its variants, we're gonna go ahead and set down our own little hibachi, but what we're cooking is far from what's expected to be cooking on a hibachi. Yeah, it seems to be like a full-on Ronique rib roast. And apparently I possess the culinary skills that the felines in the Monster Hunter games have. And I'm just gonna eat like a Monster Hunter would. Yeah, seems like I'm very satisfied. Let's go and speak with the feline again. Oh, and right back to cutscene.
Delicious! Now with your appetite sated and spirits soaring, I bet you could take on even the mightiest of monsters.
Well, I'm at level 100, I should be.
Here, take these mega potions as well. They'll come in handy during the hunt.
Well, thank you very much, because yeah, mega potions were also used against Rathalos too.
They're a special blend of the potions distributed by the Hunters Guild, mixed with fresh honey harvested by yours truly. Thankfully, we were in a period of plenty just before I was transported here.
Well, that's good.
With that, I think you're all set. Allow me to formally make my request. Please hunt Guardian Arkveld and protect the life on these plains.
Will do. Yeah, I'll make you my cat friend proud, as we now have access to the Windward Wilds. During the Battle of the Windward Wilds, you will gain access to the Duty Action Mega Potion. Alright, so yeah, even though we were given nourishment by the feline, we still need to use some for ourselves, so let's go ahead. Shout out on a couple of mate cookies. Yeah, we had a Ronique rib, a Ronique chop, I guess, but the cookies are for dessert, maybe to push us over the edge, so let's go ahead and get ourselves raring to go tonight. So, here we go with the Windward Wilds. Animal carcasses have been turning up left and right in Shaolani, with a mysterious mark bill suggesting that a new monster prowls the plains. Tasked with hunting the beast, you set off to meet your client, a stray feline, and together with their stalwart secret companion, scour the wilds and identify your mark, Guardian Arkveld. Now, invigorated by our past of grilled meat and equipped with potent mega potions, the time has come to end the Guardian's rampage and return peace to the wilds. And to be here, an item level of 725 is acquired. So, for the second time in Final Fantasy XIV history, let's go on a Monster Hunter monster hunt. And so, taking the secret to ride through the Grand Canyon as we pass through the Windward Wilds. Where eventually we come upon this cave, and there's the opponent. Yeah, in true Dragoon fashion, I leap off of my mounts. And prepare to say hello. It's putting its foot down. It's tired of running away. Guardian Arkveld is ready for us to fight. And here it comes. Yeah, there's the tail that the feline was dragging about. Let's go ahead and deal with this guy. Hey, Bubba, you're in time for the main event! You couldn't have timed this better. Although, I'm for the first time breaking 200,000 points, but at what price? Let's do this. Yeah, why, game? Why? You just cursed us all. Gotta run from over here. And it's already showing off its telltales. Unlike its opponent, unlike the other enemies we've fought before, this one stands out in the fact that it's not a multiple phase fight as it was with Rathalos. Everything is done in one round. So there'll be no need to hide behind a Garula. There will be no need to try and clip its wings or whatever. What you see is what you get. That's the Telltale. And let's dive in. Yeah, as you can see, it's not privy to giving up its rear. So you're basically forced to strike its flank or in its face. Alright, this is going to be a bit of an interesting situation. Wait for that to move. Then... Alright, we should be fine here. We are. Unfortunately, the healer was not so fortunate. We do have a red mage who can serve as backup if we need it. Yeah, it's just flaming its tail right now. Yes, now we have this mechanic which is required. Well, we have to run. We still have to cover all of our bases here. Yeah, it is one of those mechanics where everyone is required to stand in at least one. So now it's going to start spreading it out with its attacks. And it's going to do this for a while. And don't worry, I'll stay behind. Just focus on you. Come on, drop it. Problem is, I think I may have just put the healer there inadvertently. Yeah, it seems the mages want to stay close to everything, which is not a good idea in a situation like this. Like, you kind of want to spread out here. Run back over. What's the loading up? I gotta be close enough to hit, but not so far. So, yeah, now we have one of these moves that we saw when we were fighting against Zeromus. Yeah, we have to basically follow this thing, but not too closely. On day one, trying to do all they can to hold off on getting killed. I was about to say, you're not going to make it, are you? You did, thankfully. I saw him right on the border. Stay clear of this. That's going to open up. There we go. Ah, crap. Standing too close. Yeah, I'll use my Mega Potion now. Alright. Watch out for this move again. So, hold on. Ow! Ah! Oh, wow. I did not even see that coming. Yeah, I was expecting this move where the mechanic where it spreads out then starts to double back and go back towards the center. That's what I was expecting. Oh, we lost our red mage, so we can't necessarily rely on them. We're both stuck in this situation together, and I doubt we're getting healed anytime soon. we're gonna be continuously set back here. Yeah, if the red mage can get back up, they can start to res us if possible. Alright, yeah, there it is. Alright, and Mega Potion immediately. Yeah, I imagine anyone who's getting res will need to use the Mega Potion straight away. Alright, got this mechanic again. Staying clear of the danger, though. We're fine. Or were. Alright, we got this mechanic again. Yeah, we're seeing combos getting used right now. We're in the middle. Go over this way. We are a triple limit break, but we'll leave this for the healers. Especially since it may not take that long to be requirement. Stay on this side. We're all getting up in his face. Run to it. It's this move again. Alright. Spread out, spread out. Yeah, not much really I can do in this situation other than just wait for the shot to go. Switching back over to this side. Here comes this mechanic again. It's going to go over here. Alright, so now it's going to come back. We've been down a healer for most of the fight. Ah! Yeah, we need to hurry, hurry. Go, 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 go. Alright, here it comes. Ah, that's too close. What's the tell? That side. Stack mech, stack mech. This side. Just drop the paint on it. Yeah, I think we're getting into a rhythm now. Don't want to jinx it though. Yeah, if we're still going at 10, I have no issue with pulling the trigger. And holy cow, the off tank is on 6 vulnerability stacks. Well, as a tank, you can take that kind of damage. You can suffer that much vulnerability. Wait for the guard to go down. What's up? We're gonna have this again. Yeah, I can't pull the trigger yet. Alright, it's on this side. Go. Yeah, unleash your power, Demathia! on that side. We're almost there. Been a rough go, few deaths here and there, but we're close. Yeah, he's letting out one big roar, one last blaze of glory, it seems. He's gonna try and do this mechanic one more time. Oh, we got him. Guardian Arkveld isn't guarding anything else. And holy cow, that is one creepy frog. Yeah, maybe we can kill him next. Yeah, not creepy at all. So, similar to Rathalos, you can also obtain something off of the monster once you've felled it. So there we go. 2 Guardian Scales. So yeah, it comes off just off of the face. You don't have to go off the head and tail in order to claim the reward. And so, we are successful on our first try. Hey, Antonius, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us.
You did it! You defeated Arkveld! Now these plains will know peace once more.
Indeed they will. It's thanks to you that I even knew of this stuff in the first place, and now we need to find a way for you to get home. But yeah, first things first. He's like, oh, it's nothing.
Oh, stop it. You'll make me blush. It was nothing, really. I'm just thankful you have a hunting association in this land, too. Where I'm from, the moment you issue a request, you'll have a swarm of hunters on your doorstep, itching to carry it out. The quest counter is always bustling as a result.
Yeah, that must be very fortunate to have that kind of number of resources.
I suppose I better find a way back to the Forbidden Lands soon, and yet...
And yet what?
It's not every day you get to spirit it away to a vast continent like this, you know. I like to see the sights and speak with the people. I'll find a way back in the course of that, I'm sure of it. I wouldn't mind learning more about the myriad monsters and resources here either. I'll see where the winds take me and fill out my field guide as I go along.
Good idea.
Who knows? By the time I make it home, I may have filled the whole thing. Do you think I'd be a worthy adventurer by then?
Well, you're off to a good start. Yeah, look how happy he is. And his chocobo, his secret, is happy too. Yeah, we don't leave quite yet, but yeah, you can stay here if you want. And you can use the spit again if you want to. Yeah, this will allow you to go out to Shalani, so I'll show this off first. So yeah, if you ever want to go back to the Windward Plains, here's where the point is. So it's north of Sheshinawezi. It's right around here, and so it does say Windward Wilds now on the map, so if you ever want to go back to the Grand Canyon, you know how to get there. So let's head on back to Tuliolal. Alright, back to civilian attire we go. And we'll go ahead and let the Dawn Hunt tracker know that we were successful. Yeah, where it's now about to be daytime. And here's our feline. So here's what went down. Ah, so the hunt was a success. Well done indeed. Perhaps now life can return to normal for the fauna of Shalani.
By the way, we carved some scales from Arkveld's hide. Would you be able to craft anything with them? It'd be an awful waste to leave them only as a souvenir.
Yeah, have a look, sir. Well now, this is a rare find. If you speak with the smithy here, I'm sure he could fashion armor with it, or, at the very least, exchange it for other wares. Yeah, we're talking about this guy right over here. Yeah, it's not a Lalafell smithy. Be sure to drop by again should you find any other noteworthy materials. We certainly will, thank you. And as for the feline's little secret...
What brings me here, my friend? Already finished feeding?
I guess so.
Yeah. My! Would you look at that? It seems they've grown fond of you.
Oh?
If you're not opposed, why not take them along with you on your adventures?
You mean you're just gonna give up the worst kept secret possible in order to just let me take it? You're not gonna bother getting another one or something? Yeah, look how shocked I am. But I accept. Yeah, it's nice to meet you again.
Yippee! You couldn't ask for a better companion!
Yeah, we've got a new version of a chocobo now.
With that settled, I believe it's time that I was getting on with my own adventure. Thanks for everything, Mathia.
You're quite welcome.
May we meet again someday.
Well, good luck to you. And away he goes. Take care, little feline. Yeah. Now I have the worst kept secret in all of Tuliolal. So that will take 5,000 gil for completing this quest, as well as the secret horn. As well, we also got new monster hunter equipment, an outdoor hunter's grill, and a hunter's camp chair, both of which are used outside. Quest complete. The hunt has only just begun. Earn further rewards by facing Guardian Arkveld in the Windward Wilds Extreme, which may be unlocked by speaking with a wandering minstrel in Tuliolal. And we also earn the achievement Guardian Hunter. And is there a title attached to it? There is actually. The White Wraith. Well, that's quite a title to give. Yeah, what do you say we go ahead and have the opportunity to go and show off a little? First off, we also got a level 745 weapon. So, before we put it to use... and then we can show off the spear. Yeah, here's what it looks like. Yeah, very much in tune with Guardian Arkveld. Flashing, glowing, white, shiny. Pretty much everything you would expect from a Veldian weapon. But of course, that's not all that we can be able to get our hands on. Yeah, as mentioned from the smithy here, we can get other stuff too. So yeah, we can also get enhanced Veldian weapons, but you would obviously have to beat Guardian Arkveld on Extreme a few more times. But you would get your weapon would be item level 760. But in the meantime, as far as what else can be exchanged, yeah, there's also a mount that can also be obtained if you get 99 Arkveld certificates. Plus, on top of that, there are also minions, including a secret fledgling, another minion called a Vega Wasp. We also have a parasol, some framers kits, and also some music. And there is also, similar with Rathalos, there is also gear that can be had too, as well as phasmascapes from the various lands that are part of Monster Hunter as well as some furniture. Camping gear, makeshift camp, pop-up camp. Yeah, if you ever wanted to go on the ultimate outdoor excursion, at least in front of your house, you have something to. And you now can actually also get felines serving at your house. So this is something else that's now also available. So yeah, if you ever wanted to have nothing but a bunch of felines supporting you at your home, this is the opportunity to do so. So why don't we go ahead, I'm going to start with getting some music. Yeah, I can always get the other stuff later on because I know that this, when I go to Char Roulette, this will be played off repeatedly. Yeah, what do you say we take this back home? And show myself off using it. Yeah, here we are. Here's our secret. A beast of burden known for its strength and swiftness. Additionally possessed of a superior sense of smell, they're able to track prey over great distances, making them an indispensable hunting companion whence they hail. So it's time on board. So yeah, this is what it looks like from this perspective when you're riding it. Let's go ahead and see if we get any music when we're riding. You know, it sounds like we're getting a little slow build as the fog rolls in. Yeah, the mist is rolling into mist. This should not surprise anybody. Yeah, now the music's starting to build. Yeah, perhaps this is the intro music to Monster Hunter Wilds that we're hearing. Yeah, it definitely has that slow burn feel to it, does this music. Yeah, now the orchestra is starting to build up. Alright, I think we've got all we could out of the song here, but that was definitely a good slow burn there for the music when writing this secret. And so, well, I guess the secret's out now about this Monster Hunter Wilds crossover event. It is now officially on. This is what you can look forward to when it's all said and done, and the Battle of the Guardian is certainly a very strong, fair test, and definitely worth your while if you're willing to put the effort into it. And so, this is the fruits of our labor of the newest crossover event that Final Fantasy XIV has to offer.